We've talked a lot in the past about pre-charge guns, about spring guns, but people ask me about CO2 guns. Why would you want one? Who do they best suit? So I thought if we showed you this is a very, very popular American-made pistol. It's a Crosman 2240. It's been around a very, very long time. It's quite a straightforward thing. It's a simple thing. It's a single shot, and it loads CO2 like this. It uses the standard 12-gram capsule, and there's millions and millions of these things sold every day. It's just a very, very simple thing. Inside there is liquid CO2. At the end, the seal's actually quite thin, and when it goes into the gun, it actually pierces that, and then the liquid turns into gas. The gas is then held in a chamber inside the gun, and when you cock the hammer, you cock a little hammer spring in there. When you fire it, the hammer flies forward, pops the valve open just for a tiny fraction of time. The gas flows and pushes the pellet out for you. You need to make sure that's good and tight, and that should fire. To load the pellet, you simply drop it in there and close the bolts. They are quite simple things. They don't need a great deal of maintenance, and they're relatively inexpensive. This is about £85. Also, being simple, most gun shops can service them. They're not like a very expensive PCP that needs to go to an absolute specialist to work on them. In fact, I know people at our gun club who service their own, and you're not dealing with very, very high pressures like you do with a PCP. They're probably less than a quarter the kind of pressure that a PCP would work on. This one is ambidextrous, has a little cross bolt safety just here. So for a right-hander, you can actually take it off while you're on aim, which is kind of handy. The sights are quite simple. They are adjustable, but they're relatively simple, and it doesn't have a facility to mount a scope, although you can buy some little riser blocks that will put a scope on the top if you want to. Now, people say, oh, they're ideal because they're quite powerful actually, they do about 5 foot-pounds. Ideal for a bit of a rat shooting job. Well, I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say don't shoot anything with a pistol. Even at close range, relatively close range, you will always do better with a rifle, and even something, I know people don't like rats, but for me, if you're going to kill them, you've got to kill them cleanly. So an accurately placed pellet is what's going to get you a clean kill. Lots and lots of CO2 guns these days are plinkers, BB guns, 6mm airsofts, that kind of thing. But you do get lead pellet firing ones like this, which are far, far more accurate and more powerful. So things like this make for basic target shooting, they're good fun, but actually as a plinker for whacking tin cans and that kind of stuff, spinning targets, all those things, that's where I think these things are really, really good fun. And yeah, this is substantially built, it's going to last. It's not like some of the very, very cheap sort of plasticky jobs. It's a serious piece of kit.